Welcome back. Yes, lemon meringue pie. Well, David, last night you were talking about flack, amongst other things, and tonight, with just a very small shift, flock. From flack to flock.
Changing the vowel and talking about flock, and the Latin word for flock is grex, G-R-E-X. Now, you would think that there'd be very few, if any, English words that link to grex, but in fact, it's the greg variation of grex that we have several words in English.
Where is the connection between greg and flock?
OK, let me explain. Gregarious is the first. That is someone who is fond of company, who likes to be with others, and that obviously evokes the idea of a group. Then there's also aggregate, which means to get into a flock, to get into a larger group. You might aggregate numbers, you might aggregate small stones. Then you have congregate, of course, which means, again, to come together, to meet together as a flock of the faithful, if you like. Now, the more sort of difficult word that's associated with grex is egregious, and that's E-G-R-E-G-I-O-U-S, which means, you can tell what it means from on paper, that means away from the flock, and it does mean outstandingly bad. So if something is egregious, it really does stand out like a sore thumb for being bad. But fascinatingly, the word egregious used to mean the opposite. It used to stand out for being distinguished and wonderful.
So that meaning has completely changed?
Flopped on its head, flopped on its head, but through flocking.
Great background. Thank you very much for that, David. Fascinating. And let's have a look at our scores as we move on. Richard's on 5, Tamara, 13. We're moving towards our next letters game. And Richard, what would you like this time?
I'll have a consonant, please.
Thanks, Richard. R.
And then a vowel.
A.
And another vowel.
O.
And a consonant, please.
L.
And another consonant.
R.
And a vowel.
A.
And another vowel.
E.
And a consonant.
N.
And another consonant.
And last letter, S.
Thank you, Lily. I'll start the clock. How did you go with that mix, Richard?
Not so good. 5 letters.
5 for you, Tamara?
I got 6.
OK. Your 5 first, please.
Lanes.
Lanes. And yours, Tamara?
Learns.
Learns. Just
Learns.
that one extra letter.
That one extra, that's all it takes. Learns is obviously fine for 6, and if you mix an A into learns and scramble, that's Arsenal for a possible 7, and loaners, videos and books that you loan out from a library.
Thank you, David. Well done, Tamara. Another 6 points. Let's keep the letters coming, and this time, Tamara, you to choose.
Thanks. I'll have a consonant, please, Lily.
Thanks, Tamara. D.
And a vowel.
U.
And a consonant.
N.
And another consonant.
T.
And a vowel, please.
E.
And a consonant.
H.
And another consonant.
S.
And a vowel.
A.
And a consonant, please.
And last letter, H.
Time starts now. How did you go that time, Tamara?
7.
And Richard?
5 letters.
Your 5 first, please.
Maths.
And Tamara?
Shunted.
Shunted. Well, I'm sure maths would have gladdened Lily's heart, but I suspect shunted's going to take the day.
Well, unfortunately, there's not an M there, Richard, so maths would never have worked, even though Lily would still have embraced it. Now, shunted is good for a 7, and I shunted these 9 and actually found a 9-letter word.
Oh, great.
I was looking at a word like shunthead and thought that means nothing, but with a little bit of tweakage, can I use tweakage? I found headhunts for 9.
Very nice work indeed. Well done, David. A 9-letter word, but on this round, once again, Tamara scores with 7. Let's move those numbers around again now, and Richard, you to choose, please.
I'll have 5 small and 1 large, please, Lily.
Thanks, Richard. That's 1 large and 5 small. And our numbers are 5, 3, 1, 6, 1. The large number is 25. And the target to reach is 278.
30 seconds to get there. Well, Richard, how did you go?
I ended up with 258.
258. Unfortunately, that's outside the scoring zone. So, Tamara?
278.
278. Right on the target again. Take us there, please.
Okay, 5 plus 6 is 11.
5 plus 6 is 11.
Multiplied by the 25 is 275.
275.
And then add the 3.
Add the 3. 278.
Great work, Tamara. Any variations on that we should know about, Lily?
Once again, Tamara and I were on the same wavelength.
Excellent work. Nicely achieved, and 10 very good points for Tamara. Richard's on 5. Tamara's now on 36. Another break coming up. Another word mix for you. Elm tulip. And the clue this time, many, many times. See you after the break.